Welcome back to the musings of an old maverick, and welcome back to the archives of my life. And I am so excited to craft another vlog for you because I just love doing this. I just love sharing all my adventures, 7 decades of planet Earth with you, and with its one single hope that you can use this in your ecosystem to become absolutely awe-inspiringly iconic in whatever you do. So, here's the thing. One of my mentees had a very big issue recently when he actually walked in and said, he's a young budding entrepreneur, and he said, I am having this big hassle about getting the right fit of people to work in my venture. Now, that triggered off something very important that I learned as a professional after I spent 4 decades in the corporate world before stepping in for another decade into the world of an entrepreneur. And I have always realized that many leaderships have a problem in hiring the right fit. And you know why that is? And I'll tell you why that is. And let me tell you how I realized why that is. And that all started with me actually giving an interview for a job in a new organization. So here was I, all well dressed, tied up, ready for the interview. And when I walked in, I was subjected to an actual cat and mouse game. And I found it so bloody ridiculous. I was asked questions like, who was the 4th President of the United States of America? Questions like, what is the currency in Netherlands? And I was sort of wondering, I don't even know who my 4th president, who my 4th Prime Minister of India is, the country I live in. What the hell am I to know about who was the 4th President of the United States or what the currency of Netherlands? So while this sort of cat and mouse game was going on, and I was almost feeling intellectually depleted because quite obviously most of these questions, these general knowledge questions, GK questions, I could hardly answer. I finally lost my marbles and I said, my friend, and there were 4 people interviewing me. One, a very silent person, the other was probably an HR, the leadership head, whoever. And I said, my friend, what are you to do whether I know who the president, the prime minister, the currencies are across the world? Do me a favor, let's cut this interview short. You tell me, what is your vision, what is your product, and give me a day's time to come and tell you what I can do with it, how I could possibly contribute as a professional. And I was in the sales industry. Well, 3 of them got very hassled with what I said because no one has ever said that. The 4th person was seriously watching all this, observing all this. He said, fair enough, Anand. This is what my vision is. This is what we do. This is what this is what my plans are for the year. And you tell me, come back tomorrow and tell me, what is it that you can possibly do with all this? And I went back home, sat down, and went through it with a tooth comb. Made a strategic plan as a salesman on how I could 5x their business down the year. And the next day I went back and this gentleman was there along with the other 3 blokes, and he was very interested to know what I'd conjured up. And when I finished my entire presentation, I got the job. It just so happened a very serious looking man was the person who owned the organization. And that is what I learned. That is what I then always emulated every time I needed to get people on board, not only as a person, a professional, a corporate, but also as an entrepreneur. Now, what's the secret? What is the secret behind this? It's very simple. It is not important to know what is the levels of intelligence the person who you are interviewing for your organization or your venture or your setup or whatever knows or doesn't know. What is his standing as part of the intelligentsia, so to speak, is not important. What is important is whether he can actually connect with whatever you're doing and come up with a strategic plan that can 10x your venture, your business. So whenever I used to interview people, I would take the entire group, not one after the other, like it's very common. First guy, first candidate, second candidate, third candidate, no way. I would get the entire gang into the conference room and I would present my vision with so much of passion, commitment, devotion, because it's my vision. And then I tell them, go back and come back to and tell me, what is it that you can do for the next 1 year with my vision, my solutions, and my products? And the ones that came back passionately telling me what they can do were the best fits for me in my venture. And that is what you should be doing. This is Anand Nair, signing off for now, and I'm going to see you soon, very soon, with another vlog. Till then, you take care and ciao for now.